1-2. Swung on and miss. Fuchs
coming in right side. Sip. Goes down to the slide and gets it.
Nelson's going to take off on the pitch. Switches a called strike 3.
West Marshall pitches a ground ball through the infield on the left side. One will score. They're going to wave a second runner around. Throw will come to the plate. It is not in time.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Mayville State University. We are inside of Veterans Memorial Stadium here in Mayville, of course, as we said, on the campus of Mayville State University, to continue on with our fourth and final game of the day for the North Dakota Class B Region 2 baseball tournament. We've seen some heck of a games here today. Our first game of the day was between Mayport CG and Maple River, the 3 seed versus 6 seed. The Patriots beating the Raiders 10-0 in 5 innings. After that, we saw a game go the distance with Larimore, a team we're going to see here in a couple minutes, beat Hatton Northwood, the 5-4, and the score there was 5-4. And in our previous game, the absolute definition of a pitcher's duel with Hillsborough Central Valley and Mayport CG, and the Patriots beat the Hillsborough Central Valley Burros in a final score of 2-1. The Burros actually made some noise in the bottom half of the 7th inning, had the tying run on third base, but unable to bring them in as they lose 2-1. So now your fourth and final game of the day. The Thompson Tommies, the number 1 seed here in the region, taking on the number 5 seeded Larimore Polar Bears. You're inside our Irie Insurance pregame show. For all your insurance needs, visit Irie Insurance online at irieins.com. We'll take a break here from Mayville State University, the site of the Region 2 North Dakota Class B baseball tournament, and you've got it here on yourliveevent.com.
The Erickson Agency in Hillsborough is an independent insurance agency. That means they have access to a number of national and regional companies to find you the best combination of price and coverage for your home, autos, or business insurance needs. They also represent Blue Cross, Blue Shield, and Sanford Health for your group or individual health insurance, as well as Medicare supplements. Stop by the office at 502 West Caledonia Avenue or call Lee at 701-636-5852. The Erickson Agency in Hillsborough, a proud supporter of the HCV Burros.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
Welcome to a better banking experience with First State Bank. Locations in Grand Forks, Thompson, Buxton, Mayville, and Portland, First State Bank is here for you. Locally owned for over 120 years, we know you and the area. Banking for today with savings, checking, and loan services for business, personal, or agriculture. And helping to guide you to tomorrow with wealth management and insurance services. Today, tomorrow, together. First State Bank. Stop into our locations in Grand Forks, Thompson, Buxton, Mayville, and Portland, or visit online firststatebanks.com.
Full Service Foods in Hillsborough provides contract packaging and private label foods for your local and regional retail stores. Full Service Foods is a leader in the upper Midwest for less than truckload quantities for contract manufactured sauces and dressings. They are a privately held company with a reputation for quality and customer service. Full Service Foods is proud to be in Hillsborough and bringing employment opportunities to the area. Find out more at fullservicefoods.com. Full Service Foods of Hillsborough, proud to support this community event.
Thompson Tommy's baseball coach Nate Solis joining us on our pregame show here this afternoon. And Coach, great day for baseball, as they say. We've got some decent weather here for the Region 2 tournament. You guys just showed up here probably about a half hour ago or so. Any benefit to not being here early and maybe watching your opponent play, or just showing up right before you guys are about to get started?
I don't know if there's any benefit. We still got to come in and take care of business. So we'll do that, and got boys were able to take some final tests that they had to do today, so that was taken care of, and then got to hit in our own field, which is always nice, and then got here. So I think we're ready to go, and I don't know if there's any extra benefit to waiting or not, but
Probably a nice relief to take some tests in school and then hop on the bus to play some baseball, right?
yeah, I know if the boys had it, that would be their first choice as well.
So you guys took care of business against Larimore, against the Polar Bears a couple times here during the regular season. Just sort of looking out for what they do as far as a game plan. What can you tell us about them?
I know that we were watching their first game earlier, and they played great. Hats off to Coach Jacobson and them, and what a great win for the program for them. And young team. When we went into Larimore, they threw strikes, so we can expect strikes, and we got to do our thing. And but you know what? A team coming off a big win for them, they'll be ready to go. So we got to be able to do the same.
So you guys are the number 1 seed here in the region tournament. In your opinion, as the head coach, what makes you guys the number 1 seed? You think?
It's postseason time, so seeds kind of get thrown out the window. Everybody's 0-0. You still got to show up. We got a really good veteran group that we can put balls in play, put pressure on the defense on the bases, move guys over. Our pitchers are throwing strikes, and we're doing a great job of playing consistent defense and getting off the field and not giving them anything more than we need to. I think that I think we're just an all-around really good baseball team right now, and we're playing well.
So speaking of pitching, who you guys is going to have on the mound then today?
Connor Welsh will start, senior. So somebody that comes in and throws strikes, and somebody that the defense knows that throws strikes, and they're going to be behind him and ready to go. So we're confident in his abilities, and he'll be ready to go.
All right, sounds good. Coach, should be fun. Good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And that was the head coach of the Thompson Tommies baseball team, and Nate Solis, joining us on our Irie Insurance pregame show here in this late afternoon. For all your insurance needs, visit Irie Insurance online at irieins.com. We're going to take one more break as the umpires make their way down here to the diamond, catching a little bit of a break in a long, but we've had an exciting day of baseball in 4 straight games, and the 4th and final game coming here right next here on yourliveevent.com.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank. The Goose River Bank wants to bring banking to you. The days of coming into the bank to do business are changing. With digital banking, you can choose how and when you want to do business with us. We will still be here when you need us, but sometimes it's more useful to bank from the seat of your tractor, the kitchen counter, or even while you're on the go. Let the Goose River Bank become your community bank. We believe that a strong bank builds strong communities, and we would be proud to be your bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Whether you're in need of a short-term or long-term care stay, Halsted Living Center offers a variety of first-rate services with a tailored plan to exceed your expectations at any level of care. With Halsted Living Center, there is an attached medical clinic and independent senior housing facility. Physical, occupational, and speech therapy services are available for both inpatient and outpatient. Respite care is available too, as well as hospice services. Call 218-456-2105 for openings available now with Halsted Living Center, or find more information at halstedlivingcenter.com.
We're back inside the pregame show this afternoon, late afternoon, 12 minutes after the 5 o'clock hour on your Tuesday, May the 24th. I hope you've been joining us all day long here from the North Dakota Class B Region 2 baseball tournament here on the campus of Mayville State University. Dawson Peterson alongside Leaf Bakken. We've been switching off and on our duties here between the 4 games of the day. We saw Mayport CG beat Maple River in the first game. Larimore over Hatton Northwood in game number 2. Game prior to this one, Mayport CG over Hillsborough Central Valley 2-1. And now here in game 4, the final game of the day here on yourliveevent.com. Game today features the Larimore Polar Bears and the number 1 seeded Thompson Tommies, as the Polar Bears are the number 5 seed, and the Tommies taking the field right now here at Scott Berry Field inside Veterans Memorial Stadium. So let's get to our starting lineups for our 4th and final game of the day. Our starting lineups being brought to you by American Crystal Sugar. Live the sweet life, great careers, quality products, grower owned, crystalsugar.com. So here's your batting order for the number 5 seeded Larimore Polar Bears. Leading off and behind home plate as the catcher, Jacob Warnke. He pitched in the last game versus Hatton Northwood. Avery Groton is batting second and in center field. Doug Bauer is the designated hitter and batting third. Your cleanup batter and the pitcher for Larimore is Russell McLean. Batting fifth and at second base is Jace Collison. Zane Ness, who had a good game versus Hatton Northwood, is in right field and batting sixth. Antonio Coyview is the third baseman and batting seventh. Bryson Falk is the first baseman and batting eighth. And Bo Solsing rounds out the lineup for the Larimore Polar Bears, batting ninth and is the shortstop. Defensively for the Thompson Tommies this afternoon, as we go through them out in the field, Drew Overby is in left field, Brody Gibson in center, Sean O'Hearn is in right field. Patrolling the infield, Tyler Cunningham, the shortstop, Braden Wolfgram at second base, Kyle Odenbach is the first baseman, Thomas Schumacher at third base, Connor Welsh, the pitcher, and Reese Burbrich is behind the plate for the Thompson Tommies. Here's your first pitch to Jacob Warnke from Connor Welsh, and it is a called first strike, and the time of first pitch here for game number 4, 5:15 p.m. Welsh ahead 0-1 quickly. Another one to Warnke, skied on the right side. Right fielder O'Hearn is drifting over to his left as the wind pushes it near the line. Plenty of room, of course, for O'Hearn down there, and there is out number 1 here in the first inning.
I think that's the way you want to get things started here, Dawson. Again, late in the day, late in the game, a couple of good pitches, and you've got your defense behind you. Again, Coach Solis didn't tell you why they're number 1, but good pitching, good fielding. You're going to see it here in this game.
Absolutely. Here's your first pitch to Avery Groton, and there's a called strike on the outer half. 0-1. Coach Solis saying, too, one of their senior leaders, Connor Welsh, out on the bump here for this game, and another quick strike, a swinging strike, and it's no balls and 2 strikes quickly ahead of Avery Groton. 0-2 now on the way, and 3 pitches, and Groton goes down swinging and quickly already. That is out number 2, 1 minute into this game. 2 down in the top of the first inning.
Tommies didn't have too far to go, but get here, and they want to make quick work of this game.
See if Larimore can make some noise like they did with Hatton Northwood as Doug Bauer digs in next, and he'll foul one back to the screen. And the count is no balls and 1 strike. Larimore against Hatton Northwood plated 3 runs in the first inning. Right now already down to their final out of the inning. And Bauer down 0-1, now 0-2 after a swinging strike, and it falls out of the mitt of the catcher Burbrich behind the plate for Thompson.
Burbrich has to be careful. I noticed his glove was maybe sticking out a little far when he came to grab that one.
Well, and that one doesn't matter there. No swing. Sends him down. 3 up, 3 down. And the top of the first inning. Bottom of the first coming up next. We'll give you your batting order when we come back on yourliveevent.com.
The Hillsborough Central Valley Booster Club is made up of parents, fans, and community members who work together to build team and community spirit. The Hillsborough Central Valley Booster Club supports Hillsborough and Central Valley students in their school activities and encourages all students to be involved in the activities at your school. The Hillsborough Central Valley Booster Club takes great pride in uniting the communities to support the boroughs, encouraging everyone to promote school spirit, sportsmanship, and to support the Hillsborough Central Valley students. It's the Hillsborough Central Valley Booster Club. Hillsborough Drug and Gift, your community Health Mart pharmacy, brings you the feel-good savings on your healthcare needs. Keep the allergies at bay with Health Mart Allergy Relief 30-count tablets, just $14.99. Health Mart Ibuprofen 100-count coated tablets, just $3.99. 100-count pack of Health Mart calcium tablets for just $7.49. You can also get a 2-pack of COVID-19 tests for just $15.95 at Hillsborough Drug and Gift. Hillsborough Drug and Gift and Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Now in the bottom of the first inning, Thompson Tommies went 3 up, 3 down against the Larimore Polar Bears. Polar Bears now out in the field here defensively. Let's give you your batting order for the Thompson Tommies, being brought to you by American Crystal Sugar. Leading off, and the pitcher, number 2, Connor Welsh, as Thomas Shoemaker is batting second, and at third base, Tyler Cunningham bats third. Reese Burbrich, the cleanup batter. Kyle Odenbach is batting fifth. Ryan Strandy, the designated hitter, bats sixth. Batting 7th, Braden Wolfgram, and at second base, Drew Overby is the number 8 batter, and Brody Gibson is the number 9 batter. Defensively out in the field for the Larimore Polar Bears, they align as follows. Jacob Warnke behind the plate, Russell McLean the pitcher, Bryson Felk at first base, Antonio Coyview is the third baseman, Bo Solsing at short, Jace Collison the second baseman, first pitch behind of Welsh, ball 1. Eric Hoffman out in left field, Avery Groton in center, and Zane Ness in right field, as those are your American Crystal Sugar starting lineups. Live the sweet life, great careers, quality products, grower-owned, crystalsugar.com. Head over to the third baseman, and it's going to get under the glove of the first baseman, Felk. That's going to be an error. And over to second base is our leadoff batter, Connor Welsh, as he gets up to second base on the error.
Hey, that was a good job, though, by Coyview, as he used his body to stop that ball there at third base. That's where he's at.
Thomas Schumacher now for the Thompson Tommies. Number 2 batter gets the first pitch, and he skies one into center field. Drifting back is Groton, still moving back, and just before the warning track makes the catch, and he fires it in. The lefty finds his cutoff man, and the sacrifice fly moves Welsh from second to third base.
Nice toss from the outfield. A good job, though, by the base runner making his way to third here, and there's the first out.
For the Tommies, shortstop, number 3. Tyler Cunningham.
Time is going to be called, and so we'll have a little meeting on the mound.
Let's see what they're talking about here with Jacob Warnke behind the plate.
Didn't take long.
No. Maybe got crossed up on that last pitch, expecting something else out of the hand of Russell McLean. Tyler Cunningham now batting for the Thompson Tommies. Runner on third, potentially our first run of the game. Good-looking pitch from McLean, but that one misses. It's ball 1. 1-0. Clearer skies when we started this morning, Leaf, at about 8:30?
10:30.
10:30. 10:30 was the first
pitch.
game we got here at about 8:30 or so, or 9 o'clock, whenever it was. But clearer skies then, too. It's been a pretty good day as far as the weather goes here from Mayville State University. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's going to find the outside corner on the black, and it's 2-1. McLean comes set, looks at the runner at third base. Now he delivers and finds the inside corner, evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Good pitch. I think Cunningham thought that maybe that was a little further inside, but he is, at least from my point of view, looks like he's crowding the plate a bit.
2-2 the count. Cunningham waits for it, and he's going to swing and drive one into left field, but rip it foul. Well foul. That one actually over the little creek that sort of runs behind Veterans Memorial Stadium here. 2-2 the count, trying to send down Cunningham, runner around third, shoots it to the right side, Collison in front of it. A run will score, but they get the out on the fielder's choice. So there's your first run of the game as the Tommies take the lead 1-0 on the Chris Moen Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard, serving Thompson and surrounding communities and other areas. Talk with Chris for your insurance today at 701-757-1613. So now Burbridge bats for the Tommies and chops one to the left side, foul, and it's 0-1 after your first run has scored. One to nothing the score. Reese Burbridge, 0-1, just missed high, and it goes to 1-1. Pitch low and away. 2 balls and a strike. Warnke behind the plate. Shuffling off to his right. Warnke pitching over 115 pitches for Larimore when they played Hatton Northwood. Slow roller left side. Third baseman Coyview fires across as he comes in, and the throw's going to get away. Go to the fence, and Burbridge from first down to second on the throwing error. And Leaf on a play like that where maybe not going to get the runner at first. Just hang on to that ball.
Yeah, that's the second error on Coyview here.
First baseman
And so I'm sure he's beating himself up over it. I'm not going to beat him up by any means, but got to figure out where you're stepping, and that's a tough one, like you say. He's already in the infield as this one comes in, and a hit by pitch for Odenbach.
So Odenbach down to first base. Runners on first and second now. And Ryan Strandy, designated hitter, number 6 batter in this Thompson lineup, will dig in next.
Number 18, Ryan Strandy.
But, yeah, I guess just got to make the play across the way from third to first.
First pitch to Strandy on the way, a swing and a pop-up back and foul. And it's 0-1.
Polar Bears thinking that if they can get one of the guys outfielder's choice here, just kind of end the damage in this first one and start again in the second.
Next pitch to Strandy on the way. He's going to swing, lift one high in the air, deep down the right field line. That ball is back and just foul.
Yeah, riding all the way to the base of the fence.
Certainly got a hold of it.
We saw one earlier today from Landon Koenig for Mayport CG that looked very similar, and then it just floated over the top of the fence. I wasn't ready for it.
Only home run we've seen so far today. McLean now ahead in the count 0-2 to Strandy, and a bender that stays high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-0 your score. Thompson Tommies in front. Next pitch to Strandy as McLean delivers the 1-2, and he'll take just outside, and 2 balls and 2 strikes. McLean, the sign, comes set up on the rubber, delivers the 2-2. Strandy, and another swing and a blast into right field, but the right fielder's going to have a play on it. Drifts back, but it's going to fall over the glove of Ness. 1 run comes in to score. Here comes the second, and it's 3-0. Thompson Tommies lead here in the bottom of the first inning. That one's going to go down as an error out in right field. Ness had a good read on it out there. Burbridge scored, as did Kyle Odenbach, and it's 3-0, and up to second base was Ryan Strandy. And a 3-run first inning here for the Tommies.
Now batting second baseman, number 10, Braden Wolfgram.
So here's Braden Wolfgram for the Thompson Tommies. First pitch to him now is going to be just above the belt for ball 1, and it's 1-0. Tommy's the number 1 seed here in the Region 2 baseball tournament. Strandy out on second. That one's low and away, 2-0. McLean, the sign from Warnke, his catcher. The 2-0 to Wolfgram is going to be a called strike at the knees. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Good pitch.
Good location. Wolfgram awaits the 2-1. McLean looks at Strandy, delivers the 2-1 pitch, and a good curveball will find the zone. Evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, let's see if he can throw him a chair here, Dawson.
2-2, 2 down, and that's going to get the outside corner for a called strike 3 looking as he goes down in the inning for the Thompson Tommies. 3 runs, no hits, 3 errors, 1 left on base. 3-0 your score on the Chris Moen Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard. Top 2 coming up next when we come back on yourliveevent.com.
You can enjoy some great food with a stop at the Hillsboro Vets Club. Each Friday in May, the Vets Club is serving up their Friday night burger baskets. Enjoy the fresh 1/3 pound burgers served up with a side of fries Friday nights from 5:30 to 7 p.m. On Saturdays, you can get some delicious roasted chicken from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. or until it's gone. Fries and coleslaw also available. Takeout and indoor dining options are available at the Hillsboro Vets Club. And don't forget to check out the appetizers each Wednesday at the Hillsboro Vets Club.
Hello, Shane with Irie Insurance. We are proud to announce our Benefits Connect platform. You will have more options with Irie Insurance Benefits Connect. You have choices. Do you know who your group agent is? Do you meet annually to review benefits? Would you like to save money? Would you like more benefits? You have choices. We take a different approach to providing benefits through education, communication, and a personal touch. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com.
Welcome back. Top of the second inning. Thompson Tommies lead the Larimore Polar Bears 3-0.
Pitcher, number 10, Russell McLean.
Polar Bears will bat Russell McLean, Jace Collison, and Zane Ness, the 4-5-6 batters, to face Connor Welsh. First pitch to the Polar Bears pitcher McLean, low and away for ball number 1. 3 runs across in the bottom of the first inning. Here's McLean popping one back, foul and out of play. Right over the top of our heads here in the press box. 1-1 the count. Welsh delivers. McLean slaps it to the right side. Odenbach, the first baseman, has it. Welsh covers over at first base. That is a 3-1 putout for out number 1. And here comes the second baseman, Jace Collison.
Now batting second baseman, number 11, Jake Collison.
Collison digs in. First pitch to him from Welsh is a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Larimore beating Hatton Northwood in the second game of the day. Here's one poked to the right side, foul and out of play. It's 0-2. 0-2 now to Collison. Welsh kicks and delivers, trying to send him down, and he fights it off on the right side again to stay alive, and it's going to stay at 0-2. Collison, a freshman here for the Larimore Polar Bears, and he just fights it off again. Third straight foul ball from Jace Collison. 0-2, one down, top of the second inning. Polar Bears went down without a fight in the top of the first. They plated 3 in their first game against Hatton Northwood. He'll sky one out now into right field. Right fielder's going to come charging in towards the line, and it's going to fall. A base knock for Jace Collison with 1 down in the second inning. Found the right spot along the right field line. Odenbach went out for it. O'Hearn in right field came charging in, but not there in time, and Zane Ness digs in next, who had a really good game against Hatton Northwood earlier today, earning our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game spot. A swinging strike for Ness. 0-1 on him, 1 down, top 2. Welsh, a check on a runner. Second one, 0-1 pitch. Outside in that left-handed batter's box, and it's going to even the count up at 1-1. See if Larimore can work some long at-bats throughout this game against Connor Welsh. 2-1 the count as Ness takes one in the dirt. Work that pitch count of Connor Welsh. 2 balls and 1 strike. Runner on first base is Jace Collison. And the 2-1 pitch finds the outside corner, evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Welsh ready with the 2-2 on the way, and a swinging strikeout as Zane Ness goes down for out number 2 in the inning, and that sends up Antonio Coyview.
Now batting third baseman, number 1, Antonio Coyview.
And the right-handed batter waits for the first pitch from Welsh, and in there at the knees. Good location again from senior Connor Welsh and the Thompson Tommies. In front 3-0. Next pitch fouled right back to the screen, and it's 1-1. A lot of baseball action that took place here on YourLiveEvent.com, and some softball from around the state of North Dakota as well. Saw Mayport CG beat Maple River earlier in game number 1, 10-0. And the 0-2 pitch swung on and missed. We'll give you a full recap of the tournament after that swinging strikeout when we come back for Larimore in the top of the second inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. 1 left on base, bottom second. Coming up next for the Thompson Tommies on yourliveevent.com.
It's the concert event of the summer in the Brainerd Lakes area. Lakes Jam, June 22nd through June 25th at Brainerd International Raceway.
R&J Broadcasting is the presenting sponsor.
Experience Lakes Jam. For rock and rollers, the main stage features Tesla, Warrants, and Hairball. For country enthusiasts, John Party, Cole Swindell, Gabby Barrett, and Mark Wills. Experience watercross, drifting, and lawnmower racing. For on-site camping, lodging, and tickets, visit lakesjam.com.
Successful teams need a place to practice when the weather doesn't cooperate or the teams just need an extra swing. The Mayport Youth Center provides that option for the Mayport CG School District, summer baseball and softball teams. The Mayport Youth Center is an indoor facility that includes batting cages and field turf. In the winter, the facility is home to the Mayport Ice Dog hockey team. Good luck to the Mayport CG Patriots from the Mayport Youth Center.
Welcome back here in the bottom of the second inning on yourliveevent.com. Thompson Tommies in front of the Larimore Polar Bears, 3-0. That's your score on the Chris Moen Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard. Drew Overby bats to lead off the bottom of the second for the Tommies, and then it'll be Brody Gibson, and then back to the top of the order with Connor Welsh. Overby out in left field for the Tommies. First pitch to him is chest high and too high for ball 1, 1-0. Polar Bears and Tommies played each other a couple of times in the regular season. Again, low, 2-0. Both games going to the way of Thompson. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Overby, and he takes it on the outside corner for a called strike, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. McLean on the mound, ready with the 2-1 pitch, and that's going to go behind the batter of Overby, and it's 3-1 as he jumps out of the way. Larimore the 5 seed, Thompson the number 1 seed. Next pitch is going to be ball number 4 as Overby will go down to first base on the walk. So now that brings up the number 9 man in Brody Gibson.
Now batting center fielder number 4, Brody Gibson.
Gibson, right-handed batter, number 9 batter for the Tommies in their lineup. Out in center field defensively as well. Overby on first base. He's going to try and steal. Throw's going to come down from Warnke, and not in time. Close one, but a stolen base for Overby. Out at second base. So now a runner in scoring position for Brody Gibson. And the Tommies looking to tack on to their already 3-0 lead. 0-1 pitch now to Gibson. Not there. Now 1-1. Warnke trying to work that one back into the zone. Behind the plate for the Polar Bears. 1-1 the count, and a really good jump out at second base. On a stolen base again. Second stolen base of the inning for Overby. Off and running as soon as that front leg moved from the pitcher, Russell McLean. Now in scoring position, and this one's going to find the inside corner, and it's going to go to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the number 9 man, Brody Gibson for the Tommies. McLean comes set, trying to send him down for the first out of the inning. It's on the way, and it's going to hit Gibson. Looks like in the upper back, so the hit by pitch will send Gibson down to first and maybe even hit him on the side of the head as he tried to duck out of the way. So runners on the corners now. Back to the leadoff batter and the Tommies pitcher in Connor Welsh. Try to help his own cause up 3-0. Tack on a few more. Polar Bears will have to be aware of Gibson over at first base. See if he's going to go, and they'll check on him as McLean steps off. Right move there. Overby over at third base, swiped second and third earlier in the inning. And now Gibson will try and go. Warnke picks it out of the dirt, fakes a throw to third, no throw down to second, and Gibson takes second base on the stolen base. So 2 runners in scoring position, nobody down. Bottom 2. Tommy's already in front 3-0. Pitch to Welsh out into left center field. That's going to fall for a base hit. 1 run comes in to score. Runner from second is Gibson around third. He comes in, and it's going to be a 2 RBI single, and Welsh down to second base on the throw. It's a 5-0 Tommies.
Nice little spot for that baseball, Dawson. If you can find a floater that goes into that shallow outfield, you've usually got a good single on your hands.
And the single makes it a 5-0 here, and Schumacher comes on for the Tommies. 0 for 1, reaching on an error. Runner out on second, Connor Welsh. McLean ready to deliver the first pitch to Schumacher, and that's going to miss the zone for a ball. And 1-0. 3 runs in the first for the Tommies. 2 now here in the second. McLean ready to deliver the 1-0. Runner's going to go from second to third. Warnke off balance behind home plate. They're falling away. Dangerous throw. That gets away from the third baseman, Coyview. Runner's going to come in to score.
Yeah, but I appreciate the effort there, Dawson. He's trying to make the effort. He's off balanced, and he thought he could make it. I think the throw was, other than being wide, I think he might have had the timing to it.
This one driven out into left field. Hoffman back over his head, and that's going to roll near the warning track, and the runner from third will easily score as he trots in. 6-0 Thompson, and an RBI double for Thomas Schumacher. Schumacher at second base, and now we have Tyler Cunningham, the shortstop. Still nobody down here in the bottom of the second inning.
Cunningham, one of the leaders for this team and a strong player for this Thompson Tommies team as well.
Cunningham, a right-handed batter, 0 for 1 with a ground out. In his last at-bat, McLean steps off the rubber, will keep Schumacher close back at second base. A couple of stolen bases in this inning, and that's a big lead out there at second from Schumacher. And now the shortstop's going to come in, and the throw's going to go to the plate, and it's going to be ripped foul wide of third base.
That always stinks when you're the guy trying to steal, and then the foul ball comes in because it's like you wasted all that energy to have to go back to where you were.
Well, I'm sure he didn't waste too much energy walking back to second base. It is only 90 feet, remember.
Sounds like 90 feet too far.
Next pitch, too high up and in, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Something to keep an eye on here out there at second base. See if the shortstop Solsing can sneak around and get this tag. Runner's going to go. Pitches outside. It'll get by Warnke behind the plate, and another stolen base for the Tommies in the inning.
Well, kind of tough here when you're sitting down by 6 and you don't have any outs. Sometimes you just got to put a pitch in there to once again rely on your defense a little bit, Dawson.
And see if McLean can do that here. Rip to the left side. Foul. Just foul. Wide of the third base bag. Would have potentially been another double for the Tommies in the inning. Breaking the game open with 3 runs in the first, 3 here in the second. 6-0 on the Chris Moen Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard. Still nobody down. This one again, driven out into left field and hooking well foul. And stays at 0-2. Wind has definitely settled down in this 4th game.
As you say that, there's a little breeze coming through now.
As it comes through.
Clouds have moved in.
2-2 on Cunningham. Throw over, and it's going to get by the third baseman and roll over to the bullpen fence. And another run comes in, 7-0 Thompson. Tommies has some good base running from Schumacher as he comes in to score.
That'll clear the bags. Nobody out, nobody on with a 2-2 count. Tommy's have it made in the shade.
4 runs across, and Cunningham takes, and he'll go down looking on a good off-speed pitch on the strikeout, and McLean now will face Reese Burbridge, who reached on an error his last time up. McLean set on the mound, delivers, and that'll get underneath the glove of Warnke behind home plate. Ball 1. One and 0 the count. Burbridge awaits and up and in. 2-0. McLean ready, the 2-0 pitch up and in again, and 3 balls and no strikes. McLean, nobody on base, likes to work out of the stretch. No matter the scenario here, chest facing forward, comes set, the 3-0, trying to deliver a strike, gets across the plate, but too low in a 4-pitch walk. Burbridge down to first base, and now Kyle Odenbach, who was hit by a pitch previously.
Now batting first baseman, number 1, Kyle Odenbach.
Odenbach, one of the leaders in runs batted in for this team at 17. He's tied there at the top with Drew Overby.
Check on the runner at first. Burbridge dives back in safely. 1 down, bottom 2. The Thompson Tommies, rather.
There you go.
By 7-0. McLean set, rocks in, now he's going to fire. Runner's going to try and go down to second. Throw down there, but a little offline as it bounces past the shortstop. Backed up, though, nicely from Collison. And a stolen base for Burbridge. Down to second, and 1 ball. No strikes on Odenbach, left-handed batter. A couple of lefties in this Thompson lineup. 1-0 now to Odenbach, not close, 2-0.
Nice jump up and grab, though, far and away.
Warnke keeps it from going to the backstop. Keeping the runner Burbridge out at second base. Odenbach awaits the 2-0, and that's going to miss the corner on the outside, and 3 balls and no strikes. McLean quickly comes set up on the rubber. Check on the runner once, checks on him twice, and delivers the 3-0 and a 4-pitch walk. Will send Odenbach down to first base, and a tough start for Russell McLean. And now we'll have a mound visit here from the Larimore Polar Bears. 7-0 the score. Tommy's in front, trying to bat around here in this inning. We'll take a break, and we'll come back here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Thompson Public School, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit the website tps-k12.org for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and information on the construction project and new addition at the Thompson Public School. Follow them on social media and find Tommy Pride with student updates and events with the Thompson Public Schools. Stay in touch with your children's education or find out why the Thompson Public Schools is right for you. tps-k12.org.
Back here in the bottom of the second inning, Tommy's in front of the Polar Bears 7-0.
Batting, designated hitter, number 18, Ryan Strandy.
Designated hitter Ryan Strandy digging in. Had a couple of loud foul balls in his previous at-bat. Reached on an error. He's 0 for 1. First pitch to him. Outside, ball 1, and 1-0. McLean 52 total pitches unofficially, more balls than strikes, 29-23 by my count. 7-0 the score. Bottom 2. Strandy, big left-hander. Waits for it. 1-0 to him, and he'll take it. That's a called strike, 1-1.
Strandy, I mean, here's the reason he's the designated hitter today. Other than two other guys, he's batting a .452 on the season.
That is a high number. Strandy waits for the 1-1. McLean takes his time. Long hold, delivers Strandy a big drive into it, but it's outside, and 2 balls and 1 strike on Strandy. Strandy, bat wiggle. Kick and deliver from McLean, and a hack at it, and fouls it back. Evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
If you were curious, the other person who has there's 2 people, but one who has a better batting average, that's Berberich, who sits at a .459.
Strandy awaits the 2-2. High and away, 3 balls and 2 strikes, running the count full. So 482 and 459, were those the numbers?
452 and 459.
Very good. Strandy. Waiting for it. Next pitch to Ryan Strandy as McLean takes his time, delivers, and that's outside for ball 4. So sacks will be full. Braden Wolfgram will come in next for the Tommies.
Now batting second baseman, number 10, Braden Wolfgram.
Wolfgram, the 9th batter of the inning. Drew Overby started it off. Strandy on first, Odenbach on second, Berberich out on third. The batter is Wolfgram. 7-0. McLean delivers up the middle. Second baseman to his right. Collison flips to second for 1. No throw back to first. Run comes in to score. 8-0, but 2 down now in the inning as the Polar Bears get the out at second base.
Good job. Of course, you want to gather that up a little quicker and try to turn 2, but just didn't quite pan out the way that the Polar Bears wanted. And so now we'll see the catcher step out and signal to the field what the situation is with runners on the corners and 2 outs.
Runner on first base will be Wolfgram, Odenbach on third. Overby led off the inning. Led it off with a walk, the right-handed batter. Sophomore for the Tommies. Outfield and infield player. First pitch to him inside, 1-0. McLean sets and delivers the 1-0. That'll hop to the backstop, get by Warnke, and another run comes in, and the runner is going to round second, down to third. Throw not in time. Wolfgram, a big turn at second, gets to third on the passed ball, and the run coming in to score the 6th run of the inning, and it's 9-0. Tommy's in front.
Nice run. Good job to go all the way on that pass ball, all the way around. As time is taken here, and just go talk, and, we're just going to have a good conversation about what we need to do here. 2 outs and a runner on third.
2-0 the count on Overby. And the Polar Bears trying to get out of the inning. 2-0, fly ball, right center field. Right fielder Ness is going to come over, but it's actually going to fall in front of him, and that'll be a base hit. And another run is in, 10-0. Tommy's in front of Larimore here in the final game of the day.
Now batting center fielder, number 4, Brody Gibson.
Gibson now batting for the Tommies.
Of course, you want to get out of the inning, and hopefully you can get your guys pumped up when they come back to the dugout as a strike comes down the middle here. Just to keep them going and alive in the third.
Two down. Pitch to Gibson. That'll miss. Evens the count up at 1 ball and a strike. Ten to nothing, 7 runs across here in the inning, and this one is going to roll away from Warnke. Overby not going anywhere over at first base. 2 balls and 1 strike, 2 down, bottom 2. Gibson hit by a pitch his last time. 2-1, delivers and takes it for a called strike on the inner half. 2-2 as McLean came stumbling off the mound.
Trying to put power behind it.
Well, and he found a good spot there. Inside corner. 2-2, popped, foul, and to the right side, not a play. Stays up at 2-2. 68 total pitches from Russell McLean. Has his sign, comes back, ball in the right hand, and delivers outside, bounces off the umpire, and Overby hangs on at first base. Count runs full after the pitch. Back to the top of the order if Gibson can prolong the inning. 3-2, skied on the right side, and it'll drift and twist foul and into the Tommy bullpen.
Speaking of the Tommy bullpen, there are a few guys over there doing some warm-ups.
Yes, the Tommy bullpen has been activated, as it looks like we've got number 18, Ryan Strandy, down there warming up, the designated hitter right now for the Tommies, in front 10-0. This one, fly ball, left center field. Left fielder Hoffman comes charging in. Shallow, won't be the center fielder, won't be either of them. It'll fall, and another runner comes in to score. And an RBI single for Gibson, and it's 11-0.
Communication is a big part of the game of baseball, Dawson, and you got to make sure that you're calling for the ball, and it sounded like there was, not sounded because I can't hear him, but there was some confusion on what's going on and who was going to get that ball, and one guy almost had it, and then it seemed like he must have got called off, and the other guy thought the same thing, and that's how you end up with a play like that.
So now it's Connor Welsh, takes a pitch behind him, 1-0, 1 for 2 for him. Reached on an error and a single in his plate appearances today. 8 runs across here in the bottom of the second. 3 in the first for the Tommies. 11-0 the score. Tommies in front, the top seed here in the Region 2 baseball tournament. 1-0, now 2-0. McLean looking back at the runner out on second is Gibson. The 2-0, ripped to the left side, into left field, a base hit, runner around third. Gibson will come in, and it's 12-0 Tommies on an RBI base hit from Connor Welsh.
Nice job by Welsh. Good position on that one, just over the third baseman's head and riding that third base line. That's always a good spot. Now that he's on base, I can ask you if you can look at the stats. Do you know how many stolen bases he has today? Welsh.
Welsh? Let's take a look. Yeah, as we'll bring up for Mr. Connor Welsh, and stolen bases for him, I've got him for 1.
Well, that's 15 on the season, according to the stats I hold in my hand.
All right.
He leads his team in.
How many does Drew Overby have?
Drew Overby only has 4 stolen bases as of coming into this game.
Now he has 6. First pitch to Schumacher. Not there, 1-0. McLean delivers, and below the knees, now 2-0. 12-0 our score here this afternoon in the 4th and final game of the day. Thompson Tommies flexing their muscles in this game. 2-0 the count to Schumacher. And he slaps it to the right side on a couple of hops. Second baseman Collison there. Throws over to first base, and it's going to get by Felk. Runner around second to third, and takes a big turn as Welsh. And up to second base on the error, and now runners on second and third for Tyler Cunningham.
Unfortunate there for the Polar Bears, as they've had a couple of those errors at first, or at least throwing over to first, and got to try to clean that up, and also got to know some spatial awareness. On the bag, you have as much. I don't know how to say this the right way, because you don't have as much space as the runner gets. I'll let you call that.
Low ball pitch is down, ball one. Enough space.
Because the runner can run through you, but you've got the opportunity to reach for the ball. So keeping that in mind, is he missed that ball because he didn't take the opportunity to reach for it. The runner was coming. He knew that and was going to hit him from behind.
I get what you're saying.
But he has the opportunity for that ball.
Right. Called strike 1-1. Well, it's really, do you want to collide with the base runner or not? But then on the other hand, for Larimore, knowing that this one's going to get to the backstop, everybody will hold. And 2-1. But also knowing, just taking your time out in the field, you field it cleanly and get a nice solid throw over to first. Didn't happen that time. And see if Larimore can get out of this inning here. 2 balls and a strike on Tyler Cunningham. Low and away, 3-1. Tommy's 12. Polar Bears, nothing. McLean, 81 pitches for Larimore in the game. Next pitch will miss the outside corner, rather a strike now. And that'll run the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. McLean back up on to the pitcher's rubber, trying to send down Tyler Cunningham. Peers in at his catcher, Warnke. Has the sign, the payoff pitch, and that's going to hit the batter, Tyler Cunningham. And he'll go down to first base on the hit by pitch, and the inning will extend here.
Well, there's a man on every bag. 2 outs on the board.
And Reese Burbridge digging in next for the Tommies. So, Leaf, in a scenario like this where the score is 12-0 with a superior team in the top-seeded Thompson Tommies, a very good squad, of course, and giving Russell McLean the opportunity to pitch against them. What do you tell him to keep his head up, delivering a strike? A sophomore for this Polar Bear team.
What do you tell him?
Yeah.
I think when they come back to the dugout, you just say, hey, you ask him what's going through his mind out there. You can tell he's getting frustrated, and so you tell him, hey, it's okay, settle down. I think you just have to ask him what's going through his mind on those pitches. Is he getting down on himself? And I know one thing a coach always says is this one is hit up.
Fly ball left field. Shortstop coming out. Left fielder coming in. Falling to the ground. It's going to fall. A couple more runs come in. And that actually will clear the bases with 3 more runs coming in. And now the Polar Bear coach will head out over to the shortstop, Bo Solsing, to make sure he is okay. We'll take a quick stoppage here as 3 more runs have come across Tommy's lead, 15-0 here on YourLiveEvent.com.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And welcome back to Mayville State University. This is the site of the North Dakota Class B Region 2 baseball tournament. In our fourth and final game of the day, the Larimore Polar Bears taking on the Thompson Tommies. The Tommies the number 1 seed, the Polar Bears the number 5 seed. Polar Bears beat Hatton Northwood earlier to earn their spot here against the Thompson Tommies, and the Tommies taking it to Larimore in this game. 15-0 is your score.
Jonathan Muse comes in to be the runner at second.
So Muse out at second base. Pitch to Odenbach is outside, ball 1.
What I was saying before, though, Dawson, is I think a coach tells a pitcher, tells any of his players that's why you rely on the defense behind you. I've said that a few times today.
Drive into center field. Groton underneath it, and he reaches up with the right hand to fly out into a center field. So a recap from the bottom of the second inning here for the Thompson Tommies. 12 runs come across on 6 hits, 2 errors, 1 man left on base. 15-0 the score. Top 3 coming up next when we come back on yourliveevent.com.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most.
In Grand Forks and Lakota, see Chris Moen, your agent with answers. Rar Malting and Taft Elevator in Taft, North Dakota is a centrally located barley handling and malting plant serving North Dakota, Minnesota, western Montana, and Canada. Rar Malting has been a malt of reputation since 1847, distributing malting barley to breweries and distilleries around the world. And with Taft Elevator's upgraded handling, sampling, and testing equipment, they can maintain and preserve the quality of that malting barley. Rar Malting and Taft Elevator, handling and distributing malt of reputation.
Welcome back as we're about to start the top of the third inning. Larimore Polar Bears will send Bryson Felk, Bo Solsing, 8-9 batters, and then to the top of the order with Jacob Warnke. All due up. We have a new pitcher out on the mound as well for the Thompson Tommies. Ryan Strandy will come on. We saw him warming up in the bottom of the second inning. Designated hitter before, steps in and has his warm-up pitches ready.
Now on the mound, pitching for the Tommies, number 18, Ryan Strandy.
And coming in will be Bryson Felk for Larimore Polar Bears to lead off the top of the third inning. 15-0 the score on the Chris Moen Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard. Felk awaits the first pitch from Strandy, and that'll find the inside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Next pitch, just inside, similar location. Too far inside, 1-1.
Strandy has made 1 appearance as the pitcher.
Alrighty, 2-1 now the count. Do we have any numbers from that appearance?
Yes. Let's see here. No, that's the only number.
All right. Well, I'll give you another number, 4. That's ball 4 from Strandy. So he'll send Falk down to the first base bag on the 5-pitch walk. And now Bo Solsing digs in next, and Coach Jacobson will have a conversation with the home plate umpire here, looking down at first base.
I found my numbers.
All right, let's hear them.
2 innings pitched with 1 strikeout. That's what I got.
All right.
For Strandy.
Doesn't say any walks, does it?
Nope.
All right. So we'll get a courtesy runner now over at first base for the Larimore Polar Bears. And that's Baron Burns.
7th grader. Listed as a shortstop.
So here's one of the pros with the youth on the team for the Larimore Polar Bears. Despite it being a 15-0 deficit as the first pitch to Solsing is a strike. You get one of those 7th graders out and get him a good appearance out on the base paths. Appearance that he might not get otherwise. This one's going to be shot over into right field, twisting and slicing foul.
Right along that bullpen fence. But there's no bulls in that pen.
There better not be.
Nope. There's no gate on that fence either.
All right. Well, we're in trouble. No balls and 2 strikes. We're up in the press box, though, however.
We are.
Strandy out there for the Thompson Tommies. Checks on the 7th grader at first base and Burns. The pitch fouled and chopped here at the plate from Bo Solsing. On deck behind Solsing, number 1 batter, Jacob Warnke. Top of the order. Strandy ready. Next pitch. Pop up left side, drifting into foul territory. Schumacher right by that fence. Good concentration as the cap falls off. Reaches up with the left hand. Brown glove. And the out.
Was that where Schumacher was before? Because that's Cunningham that made that catch.
Well, that was Cunningham that made that catch. I do know we had
with our pitch change.
Some changes out there.
Right.
Cunningham at third, Schumacher in left, and Welsh is now the shortstop for the Tommies. Strandy delivers the 1-0 pitch. Swing, foul tip, 1-1.
Tight, high one that, again, you're trying to protect yourself, and you have the weapon to do so in your hand, so you swing at that one trying to get away from it.
Well, left that one. Up on the hands, 2 balls and a strike.
Runner on first and 1 out as well.
It's Barron Burns at first base. Warnke drives one into center, and it's Gibson making the waist-high catch out there in center field. So 2 down in the inning. Batter now Avery Groton. Center fielder for Larimore. Strandy comes, sets, and delivers. Groton shoots one to the right side and past the diving second baseman Wolfgram, and Burns from first hustling to second base with 2 down. And the inning will keep on trucking as Doug Bauer will dig in next for the Polar Bears.
That's a good speed grounder on its way that made it to the fringe of the outfield. And so, hey, you got to appreciate a good hit like that and a good single just to keep your inning alive and, try to make something happen here in the top of third.
First pitch to Bauer, swing and a miss. Outer half. It's not even so much about how hard you hit the ball. Found the right spot. As some movement down in the bullpen for Larimore, as looks like we've got Felch down there, number 22.
Swung on that one for 2 strikes, Dawson. Brings our count to 0-2.
0-2 on Bauer now. And a swinging strikeout as he'll go down after the pitch from Strandy, who is our new pitcher coming in to the inning. So on the inning for the Larimore Polar Bears, no runs on 1 hit. 2 men left on base, 15-0 the score on the Chris Moen No DAC Insurance Company scoreboard. Bottom 3 when we come back on yourliveevent.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow, with locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsboro, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, Harvey, Medina, and Red Lake Falls. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay, so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Friday Night Racing returns this summer to Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo, featuring 5 wide, high-flying, family-friendly action. Weekly racing featuring IMCA modified, stock cars, sport mods, sprint cars, hobby stocks, and index legends. Racing begins at 7 o'clock. Adult tickets are $13, kids tickets just $5. See the full schedule online at RedRiverValleySpeedway.com. All summer long, enjoy Friday night action at Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo.
Bottom of the third inning, Dawson Peterson alongside Leaf Bakken, as we have been all day long for our coverage of the North Dakota Class B Region 2 baseball tournament here on YourLiveEvent.com. Tommy's in front of the Larimore Polar Bears at 15-0. Ryan Strandy, Braden Wolfgram, and Drew Overby will all bat here in the inning. For the Tommies, new pitcher out on the mound for the Polar Bears, Bryson Felch, as he gets that right arm all warmed up. Warmed up, ready to go.
For the Tommies, pitcher number 18, Ryan Strandy.
McLean was pitching previously for Larimore, and the first pitch to Strandy inside for ball 1-0. Strandy, plenty of power at the dish. Felch, 1-0 delivery. Strandy takes, and that's off the plate, 2-0. Strandy 0 for 1, error and a walk in the game. Now the 2-0, and he rips it to the right side and snagged at the first baseman spot, as that is number 19, Doug Bauer out there for the Larimore Polar Bears.
Nice job by Bauer. Had a that laser hit, by the way, for Strandy. But Bauer had its number and snagged that one. Line drive out.
So there's the first out, and now a chopper to the left side. Corey View across, and that'll get by the first baseman, Doug Bauer, on a throw that was wide of the first base bag, and he'll hang on there. And Wolfgram on the throwing error from Corey View. Moving up to second base on the error there. So Wolfgram on second. Overby now batting. He's 0 for 1, a walk and a wild pitch. First pitch to him, popped up right side. Now into shallow center. That's going to die and fall in there for a base hit for Overby. Just finding a soft spot out there in the defense from the Larimore Polar Bears. And Overby on first, Wolfgram on third, and Brody Gibson now batting for the Tommies. He's 1 for 1. He was hit by a pitch and a base hit. Felch pitching for Larimore. Kicks and delivers. That's up and in. Ball 1-0. Bottom of the third inning here. Felch back and comes set, kicks and delivers the 1-0. Ripped in the left side. That'll fall in for a base hit in front of the left fielder, Russell McLean, who's going to quickly get it back in and keep Overby on second base, and it'll get by and it'll be backed up. And as the run comes in to score, that's an RBI base hit, and it's 16-0 Thompson. Welsh digging in now for Thompson Tommies. Welsh 2 for 3. First pitch to him will miss the inside corner for ball 1-0. Here's the 1-0 now to Welsh, and spiked in the dirt and to the backstop. Quickly bounced back to the catcher Warnke, and everybody moves up.
Just checking in on the game across town. Mayport CG Patriots 16, Thompson Tommies 5. Shows the bottom of the 7th, but I think it's all done out there.
Now 2-0 the count to Welsh, and chopped foul at the plate, 2-1. Two and one down. Bottom 3. Tommy's in front, 16-0. Big second inning. 12 runs come across. Batting around in that inning. Felch, 2-1. Low and inside, now 3-1. Three balls and a strike. Connor Welsh, the batter, 2 for 3 on the game. Runners out on second and third, and Welsh reaches out, pokes one to the left side. Oh, nice barehanded grab across, and unable to handle it was Doug Bauer. And because of the error now, that will send Welsh up to second base. Both runs will score. And Tommy's lead 18-0.
That's just one of those tough things, Dawson. I don't know. You got to work through that mentally to just get past that on yourself. You know, you got to keep working, and that's all that Koivu can do.
Pitch to Schumacher, low, ball 1. Yeah, tough game here for Larimore. Rip to the left side, foul. Now 1-1. 18-0 the score here. Larimore, by all accounts, will play Maple River tomorrow. It's tomorrow the 25th. It sure is. And there's a rip into left field. 1 run will come in to score, and that will be an RBI base hit for Thomas Schumacher as Welsh comes around. And the score now, Tommy's 19, Polar Bears nothing on the Chris Moe and Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard for the Tommies. A matchup with Mayport CG tomorrow. And we'll have that coverage here on yourliveevent.com. This one ripped to the left side. That'll get by the third baseman, Koivu again. And now a quick throw coming in, and Koivu wasn't ready for it as McLean quickly fired it in. Runners now out on first and second. A base hit for Cunningham.
Just want to note that the last time that Mayport CG and Thompson played, it was a 10-1 win for Thompson in game 1, and then they played another game that day and it was a 1-0 win. So,
all right, so we
little preview if you want to look at it that way.
Yeah, absolutely. Pitch to Burbridge inside 1-0. We've seen some good games today with Hillsborough Central Valley and Mayport CG. Pitchers duel there. This one outside now, 2-0 again, and both runners move up. Schumacher to third on the wild pitch, as is Tyler Cunningham down to second base. Credit Larimore playing a really good game versus Hatton Northwood in the second game of the day, winning 5-4, sending the Thunder down to the other side of the bracket. This one in the dirt, now 3-0.
Now there is an opportunity to battle back out of that bracket.
There sure is, and then when you look down at the bracket, it's gonna take some work in that bracket, as this one's gonna be taken for a strike, 3-1. You go down, say Hatton Northwood, for instance, say they work their way all the way back, they would have to win 1, 2, 3, 4 games to get back into the championship. So here's a fly ball into left, and the left fielder, Russell McLean, comes over and makes the grab off the bat of Reese Burbridge. So now 2 down, bottom 3. It was a sac fly as Schumacher comes in to score.
Kyle Odenbach.
And Odenbach comes in next for the Tommies.
This pitch going to be outside for ball one. Runner on second, and now 2 outs on the board. Let you get caught up on your book. Here's the next pitch.
Absolutely, thank you. Odenbach. Down low. Now 2-0. 0 for 1, hit by pitch, walk, and flew out. Was Kyle Odenbach. Cunningham out on second. 20-0 the score here. Now the pitch on the way, away. Oh, outside, I should say. 3-0 the count on Kyle Odenbach. 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Top 4 after this. And here's ball 4 and a 4-pitch walk. And it'll squeak away from Warnke, and Cunningham now down to 3rd. So runners on the corners with Odenbach on first, Cunningham on 3rd. And the batter's going to be number 6. I believe that's number 6 down there. Sean O'Hearn. He comes in.
Number 6, Sean O'Hearn.
So O'Hearn with his first plate appearance here today takes one low for ball 1, 1-0. He's got runners on second and third. Odenbach on second, Cunningham on third, and this one again misses the zone 2-0.
High inside.
Felch delivers left side, shortstop deep in the hole. Solsing, he's going to come up, and everybody's going to be safe. Would have been a tough play as the runner comes in, and an RBI base hit.
That is a tough play. You've got a grounder that's on its way to shortstop, but the third baseman's also pursuing it, and then you just got to, again, comes down to some communication in that situation, and you might want the third baseman to pick it up. He's got momentum to throw toward first, but it is what it is.
Wolfgram, 1-0, takes the pitch. 0 for 3 on the day. Reached on an error and a fielder's choice. Previously, 2 down in the inning. Thompson 21, Larimore nothing. Drive out into center field. Going out is Groton, and reaching up and making the catch on the fly out in center field. In the bottom of the 3rd inning for the Tommies, they played 6 on 5 hits, 2 errors, 2 left on base. Top of the 4th inning coming up next for Larimore will be McLean, Collison, and Ness when we come back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health.
The days are getting longer, the sun will shine on the fields, and soon the crop will be planted and sprouting. Tim Kazette Seed Sales in Hillsboro, your local Golden Harvest seed dealer, wishes you a safe and successful planting season. Tim looks forward to seeing those black dirt fields rise to green and then shimmer with gold this year. Visit with Tim Kazette Seed Sales about your options and what fits right for you and your field at 701-430-0877. Happy farming from Tim Kazette Seed Sales of Hillsboro.
And welcome back to the campus of Mayville State University, broadcasting from Veterans Memorial Stadium. Dawson Peterson alongside Leaf Bakken. And Leaf, we have seen a few different games today. We've seen a lot of different styles of baseball, I guess.
Yes. That would be, I think that's just one of the things as we see the first pitch here coming for a strike, and for the Larimore Polar Bears. I think that's the unique thing about North Dakota baseball as well. It's a big deal, summer or high school ball. And so you see a lot of different things. And we're just talking Region 2. We're seeing different ways of coaching, different ways of fielding, batting, and experience levels, of course, as we see an inside strike 2, so a count of 1 and 2. But the whole thing is that this Larimore Polar Bear team, very young, and I think they're going to get some of this experience is going to turn into good things, I think, in the future.
And there's a nice base hit from Russell McLean, lining it into center field for a leadoff base hit from McLean, who started the game pitching for the Larimore Polar Bears.
There's 4 seniors on this Thompson Tommies team, Dawson, and not that that's a lot, but when you look at the roster, that's a lot of experience that's going to be leaving this team, and they're a very good team, and you got to credit their seniors and a couple of these juniors as well. They've only got a few, 2, and so they're a fairly young team, but the leadership that they've gotten their seniors is going to be a big thing that they'll miss in the next few years.
Yeah, and Tommy's this year is the 2-0 count for Jace Collison, looking to make a deep run within this region tournament and potentially a state tournament berth as well. We'll get there. And
good pitch by Strandy.
2-1 as Strandy gets the batter Collison to swing over the top of it. Strandy, 2-1, foul back.
You could have reached out. If there was a window out that side wall, you could have reached out and snagged that one.
I don't know what the odds are of a ball getting lifted back to us. There's a hole in the net right there. A few of the strings are broken.
You had to point it out, didn't you? It's almost the end of the day, and you had to point it out. It's where our equipment's in the window. I mean, I'm worried about you too, Dawson.
Oh,
but our equipment's
okay.
in the window.
2-2 the count on the batter Collison. Ground ball left side through the legs of Coach Jacobson over there on the third base side. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ryan Strandy trying to work around a leadoff single from Russell McLean, standing out on first base. Next pitch, and half swing. Did he go around? And he's going to say he held back.
So because he held back, he gets to walk.
Yes, so it is ball 4. So Collison on first, McLean on second. And Zay Ness digs in next here for the Larimore Polar Bears.
Now batting, number 0, Zane Ness.
Ness 0 for 1, had a good game versus Hatton Northwood earlier today. First pitch on the inside corner from Strandy. 0-1. Next pitch in the dirt, and 1-1.
Held the bat back.
Holding up on that one as well. 2 runners on. 1-1 pitch. Outside corner, 1-2.
Some good pitches here in this inning from Strandy.
Good location. Same thing that.
He must have been Ness before in the last game that we had to.
That bat is sticking up in the air as he ducks down to get out of it. The 2-2 is going to be a called third strike. And so there's the strikeout. Welsh started the game. That was a drop third strike, and
right.
There's runners on first
I need to get into an umpire book and read some of the rules, because the signal they just drew little rainbows in front of them like little horseshoes.
Well,
I mean, that's how you communicate. You have signals, right? And so I don't know what that one meant.
I think that might have been, as we have a batter in here for
Larimore.
For Larimore, yes, thank you. And that's Barron Burns.
Fouled off for strike 2 here for a count of 0-2 at the plate.
I know a lot of umpires, depending on who they're working with, they have a signal for indicating when infield fly is in effect. Next pitch inside. Now 1-2 rather. As I've done a little umpiring myself, not a ton. This one shot to the right side, a nubber over to Odenbach, and he'll pick it up and step on first base for the out. So the ground out is one unassisted there. And I know when I did some umpiring in it was this Babe Ruth ball, but our other umpire, we tap the forearm when there's when
Feel for a pulse. I'm just telling the people who can't see what you did. It's like you're feeling for a pulse. That's what he said. That's the infield fly signal from Dawson Peterson, everybody. Now we know his secrets. Hard swing.
No,
strike.
you're feeling. God. No, it's the infield fly signal, and that's what I think the umpires did here, as the count is 1 ball and a strike. But the other thing is too is whenever the umpire that I worked with, who happened to be my 5th grade teacher in school, he would do it, and I would never think about it. As the 1-2 gets the batter down, as Felch is going to go down. Whenever he would do that, I wouldn't be paying attention, and I just forget about it. And it was a good thing he called the infield fly. That brings the inning to an end. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left on base. Bottom 4 when we come back on yourliveevent.com.
The Trail District Health Unit is ready to take your appointment for first, second, and booster vaccinations for COVID-19. These appointments are available every Tuesday from 9 to 11 a.m. at the Trail County Courthouse and June 16th at the Mayville Lutheran Church. Moderna and Pfizer vaccines available. Call Trail District Health Unit to schedule your appointment at 701-636-4434. Public Health. Prevent, promote, protect. Trail District Health Unit.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
The Hillsborough and Central Valley School Districts congratulate the seniors on your success and wish you well in your future endeavors. They encourage you to step into your future, secure in the knowledge that this world needs you and the unique, inspiring gifts that only you can give. Best wishes go with you graduates as you prepare for the greater challenges ahead in a world of new possibilities. Congratulations, graduates, from the administration and staff of the Hillsborough and Central Valley School Districts. To all students, parents, and families of the Hillsborough and Central Valley Schools, thank you for a great year.
It's the concert event of the summer in the Brainerd Lakes area. Lakes Jam, June 22nd through June 25th at Brainerd International Raceway.
R&J Broadcasting is the presenting sponsor.
Experience Lakes Jam. For rock and rollers, the main stage features Tesla, Warrants, and Hairball. For country enthusiasts, John Party, Cole Swindell, Gabby Barrett, and Mark Wills. Experience watercross, drifting, and lawnmower racing. For on-site camping, lodging, and tickets, visit lakesjam.com.
Welcome back. We start the bottom of the 4th inning here on yourliveevent.com. Thompson Tommy's in control here in our 4th and final game of the day. 21-0 your score on the Chris Moen Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard. Serving Thompson and surrounding communities and areas. Talk with Chris for your insurance today at 701-757-1613. Leading off the inning, that's number 15 for the Tommies. Over to short, throw across. Good, clean pick and throw, but it's not in time, as that was Jordan Gustafson getting on with the infield base hit. So Gustafson on first, and now we have
Jonathan Muse.
That is Jonathan Muse, indeed. We saw him courtesy run earlier in his first plate appearance today. Have a few changes out in the field. This one shot down the right field line, and that's going to land wide of the right field line and foul. So Muse nearly had a good spot there. So it's 0-1. We have a new pitcher, Bo Solsing, out there for the Larimore Polar Bears, and just going through their infield, Bryson Felch is at third, Jace Collison, the shortstop, Baron Burns at second, and Doug Bauer over at first. Here's the 0-1 to Muse. Right back to the pitcher, but it's going to go under the glove of Muse, right to the second base bag, and oh, what a tough play. It went right under the glove of Solsing, and then it hit off the second base bag. Collison standing right on second base and just couldn't get a handle on it. An absolutely tough play. And so now runners on first and second.
Now batting number 2, Connor Welch.
So it's Connor Welsh now, right-handed batter. 2 runners out there. Welsh, top of the order, and a swinging strike is 0-1. Welsh 2 for 4, a couple of base hits, and a couple errors reaching on. Oh, and 1 the count. Solsing, our new pitcher in this inning. Sets and delivers to Welsh, and he takes on the inside corner 0-2.
That was a good-looking pitch. Found that inside edge.
Solsing, 0-2, and Welsh fights it off, reaching out over the plate. Staying alive, and the count stays at 0 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody down in the inning. Tommy's had 3 runs in the first inning, and then that big second inning where they played at 12. And then 3 here in the previous inning. And see if they look to get a few more in the bottom of the 4th, and then last chance for the Polar Bears in the 5th. Welsh started the game pitching, and then Strandy has come on since for the Tommies, and this one's going to go behind Welsh. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Leaf, I think you need to get out there and tell them to drop that bat down when they have to duck down like that. That one wasn't near as bad as some of them we've seen, just sticking it straight up in the air like a flagpole. And Welsh will chase outside as he goes down, swinging for the out. And the first strikeout for Bo Solsing. And that brings in Thomas Schumacher for the Thompson Tommies to bat next. He's 3 for 3 with a double and 2 singles. Also a sac fly on the day. Schumacher awaits the first one from Solsing. On the way, a swing and a drive out into right center field. Groton moving to his left, into the gap, and tracks it down, and he quickly throws it in for out number 2.
Nice job. He's been doing a good job in center field on both games. And he's been doing a good job finding the ball out there in the second game as well when he's had the opportunity. Honestly, haven't been a ton of opportunities in the outfield. A lot of grounders and some mistakes. And that's what's racked up the points here for the Tommies.
Well, that's another way to ensure you're getting better out in the field as well. Yes, it is a tough game, and the score is lopsided and whatever else, but just trying to be solid when the ball comes to you. And you think about it out in center field, and we have, you always think about, here's a base hit by Tyler Cunningham, and runner from second base will come in to score, so an RBI base hit. You always sort of go through your checklist when you're a fielder and say, okay, if the ball's coming to me, what am I doing here? What am I doing on this pitch? What am I doing now? So just trying to be solid, field your position, and be productive defensively as well. 22-0 if you're just joining us. The Tommies in control here of the Larimore Polar Bears, and give you an in-game update brought to you by the Ryan Opdahl Agency here on your live event. Yes, here's a pitch to Burbridge for a strike. It was the Tommies plating 3 in the first inning and then batting around and then some in the second, scoring 12 in that second inning. And then they continue to flex their muscles in the third with a 6-run inning and then 1 across here so far in the fourth as they lead at 22-0. That's the score right now in the bottom of the fourth inning, and that is also your in-game update brought to you by Ryan Opdahl Agency. The Ryan Opdahl Agency at Farmers Union Insurance in Hillsboro. Call 701-436-5777 for your insurance requests. Visit with Ryan Opdahl, as that is your in-game update brought to you by the Ryan Opdahl Agency. The count to Reese Burbridge is a 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 down. Bottom 4, Solsing delivers. Tomahawk to the left side. Picked up the third baseman. He's going to try and tag him out in between second and third. Did he get him? Don't see a signal. Umpires will look at each other. And everybody's staying on the field, so he must be safe. All right. Well, it was picked up by the third baseman, Bryson Felch. And so that's going to be a base hit.
Now batting number 1, Kyle Odenbach.
So now that brings in Kyle Odenbach. Burbridge on first, Cunningham on second, Muse on third. First pitch to Odenbach, high and away for ball 1-0. Bottom 4, Thompson 22, Larimore 0. Odenbach, lefty, hit by a pitch. Reached on a couple walks as well. Now 2-0. Solsing kicks and delivers the 2-0. Odenbach takes and in the dirt, and it's 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. On the number 5 batter, Kyle Odenbach. Bases loaded. I'll be taking all the way here. The pitch in there for a called strike, and it's 3-1. Muse on third, Cunningham on second. Reese Burbridge on first.
Ball in play can be put anywhere for the final out to get out of this 4th inning or sit him down at the plate.
Pitch gets the inside corner, and there's a called strike running the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Solsing delivers the payoff and ripped into right field, and that's going to land for a base knock. 1 run comes in. Runner from second base as Cunningham comes trotting in, and that's a 2 RBI base hit for Kyle Odenbach. And the score is 24-0. Thompson in front of the Larimore Polar Bears in our 4th and final game of the afternoon.
The last time these two teams played, it was a 20-0 win for Thompson back on the 10th of May. That same day, they played a 1-0 win game for the Tommies.
Batter now, Strandy. Make a couple changes here. We had O'Hearn in this spot, and now it's Strandy in here. First pitch was a ball, and now another delivery outside 2-0.
So again, a good experience for the young Larimore team, and it gives coach a chance to watch some of the pitching, what he can do in the off season, or what he can talk to them, and whether they might play Legion ball or Babe Ruth or whatever.
Ball driven out into right field.
Not a play.
2 balls and a strike on Strandy now after the long foul ball. Seen a couple of those from Strandy. See if he can square run up here. Solsing, pitcher, delivers the 2-1, and he does so and drives it out into right field, hooking and off the base of the wall, foul.
Was it Strandy who hit that one in the same spot that we were curious if it was going to fly over?
Yep, same spot.
Same spot.
Yep. 2-2 the count. Strandy, I think he is swinging for the fences here in this at-bat with 2 down in the inning. Right fielder over there, Zane Ness, playing the line heavily. The 2-2, Strandy flies one out into right field. Ness underneath it, and he makes the catch, ranging to his right to end the inning after the fly out into right field. So in the inning for Thompson in the bottom of the 4th, 3 more runs come across on 5 hits, no errors. 2 men left on base, 24-0 your score. Top 5 when we come back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source. From sunup to sundown, they're turning quarters into the dollars that drive our rural economy. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
The Hillsborough and Central Valley School Districts congratulate the seniors on your success and wish you well in your future endeavors. They encourage you to step into your future, secure in the knowledge that this world needs you and the unique, inspiring gifts that only you can give. Best wishes go with you graduates as you prepare for the greater challenges ahead in a world of new possibilities. Congratulations, graduates, from the administration and staff of the Hillsborough and Central Valley School Districts. To all students, parents, and families of the Hillsborough and Central Valley Schools, thank you for a great year.
Top of the fifth inning, Bo Solsing leads things off for the Larimore Polar Bears. First pitch to him was a strike, going on. Last chance here for Larimore, and he shoots one to the right side, foul. And 0-2. Solsing, top of the order, Warnke and Avery Groton. This one chopped foul at the plate, and it's still 0-2. Sun peeking out now. Underneath the mostly cloudy sky in this late afternoon. Inside corner misses, 1-2. One, two. Right side, over the second baseman's head, the right fielder. 2 is right. And it gets away as it squeaks out of his glove. It was O'Hearn running to his right, and as he squeezed it, it squirted out and into center field, and I think that's Gibson out in center now, backing him up. So now it's Jacob Warnke to bat. Strandy delivers, and that one's high for a ball, 1-0. Warnke pitched that first game versus Hatton Northwood. Very good work versus the Thunders. Swing and a miss. Now 1-1. Threw over 115 pitches in that game, Warnke did. 1-1. Another called strike on an off-speed pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at first base, Bo Solsing, reaching on an error from Sean O'Hearn out in right field in the last at-bat. Strandy delivers 1-2 off his hands, and is that going to find some space? Yes, it will. So now a base hit from Warnke. And runners on first and second now for Larimore.
That was a good spot. Just over the head and into that shallow outfield where, again, no man's land. You can find a good base hit in those spots.
And the infield now in as Groton digs in. Or rather, the outfield playing a little more shallow this time. Groton, 1 for 2, ripped a sharp single previously, and this time he flies one left side, and the catcher will have a look, and that will fall into the bleachers on the third base side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Left-handed batter Groton. Strandy delivers the 1-1, chopped foul. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 runners on, Solsing and Warnke. Warnke on first, Solsing on second. Strandy delivers right side, first baseman. That's a fair ball. He'll step on first for the first out and a 1 unassisted. And that advances the runners up. And a 1 unassisted play.
Larimore Polar Bears in a position for the first time of getting in really good scoring position here.
So Solsing will be on third, Warnke on second. Doug Bauer bats now, and a swinging strike makes it 0-1. Strandy, 55 pitches, 37 of them have been strikes. Next pitch to Bauer, nubbed out in front of the plate. Strandy will field his position, comes off, over to first, strong throw, and he gets him. Now they try to go back to third, and it gets away. Runner at third is Solsing. He'll come charging in. The throw on line, and in time. And it's a double play to end the game. It was a ground out to the pitcher over to first base. And then the runner on third tried to come home, and he was tagged out at home. It's a double play, and that ends the game. The final score on the Chris Moen Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard, 24-0, as the Tommies win, and that ends the fourth and final game of the day. Tommies over the Polar Bears, 24-0, your Ira Insurance post-game report coming up next here on yourliveevent.com.
American Crystal Sugar Company, with their 4,000-plus employees and shareholders, are deeply rooted in the communities of the Red River Valley. They're committed to the sustainability and growth of their business and to improving the lives in the places where we work and live by investing in people, our communities, and the future of American Crystal Sugar. Visit crystalsugar.com to learn more about scholarships, grants, volunteerism, donations, and more through the Community Roots American Crystal Giving Program. Growing strong community roots, American Crystal Sugar Company.
Get your food and fuel fast with S&T Quick Stop in Thompson. Fuel yourself with snacks, pizza, drinks, and hot-cooked meals made fresh daily. Make sure to stop and check their daily lunch and dinner specials or call ahead to place your order. 701-599-2161. S&T Quick Stop in Thompson. Fuel your vehicle with high-quality Cenex fuel, and they carry engine oil, washer fluid, and everything else you'll need to keep your vehicle going. Be sure to stop by S&T Quick Stop. They look forward to seeing you on your next visit. S&T Quick Stop, Thompson.
You may know that Big Tex Trailers already offers you industry-leading features like mega ramps, HD suspension, and the all-new hydraulic dovetail. Every time you hook on, know that your Big Tex is up for the job. See Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro to find out what owning a Big Tex can do for you. Shop the full line of Big Tex products from ATV trailers to goosenecks to dump trailers and more. Visit your Big Tex dealer, Bloomfield Enterprises, Hillsboro, and contact Tim at 701-430-0877 or Larry, 218-368-7989.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
The City of Hillsboro welcomes you to town, conveniently located halfway between Fargo and Grand Forks. You can shop for your personal items or your farm and business supplies at our local stores. If you're looking for a new home or a working job, check out the opportunities in Hillsboro and see what the community can offer you and your family. The City of Hillsboro congratulates the area graduates on your achievements, and they wish you all the best in your future. They hope that you'll carry pleasant memories of school days and graduation time for the rest of your life. Congratulations and best of luck, graduates from the City of Hillsboro.
Welcome inside the post-game report as we finished up game number 4 of the day. Final score 24-0, as that was the final on the Chris Moen Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard. Post-game connection, as we do some post-game segments. Post-game connection being brought to you by Halstead Telephone Company. And your post-game connection today is going to be the Thompson Tommies bats connecting with the baseball in this game. A lot of sharp singles, a lot of hard hit balls as well.
Yep.
And the final line for the Tommies in the game, 24 runs on 16 hits. 1 error. They left 6 on base. And when they had guys on, they drove them in. So the post-game connection, the Thompson Tommies bats and their offensive power in this fourth and final game. Post-game connection being brought to you by Halstead Telephone Company. Discover local reliability you can trust. Halstead Telephone, it's how to connect online at halsteadtel.com. Once again, final score 24-0. The Tommies over the Larimore Polar Bears. The Polar Bears, no runs on 4 hits, 7 errors, 6 left on. The Tommies, 24 runs on 16 hits, 1 error, and 6 left on.
Interesting that both teams left 6 on.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's
just interesting.
That's just the way it plays out. I think Larimore left on 2 to end the game, as they got doubled off to end the game, actually. And so now we continue on in the post-game as we gave you our post-game connection. And now it's our RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game. Now that you're planting, RDK Enterprises of Hillsborough and Drayton wants you to have a safe and successful planting season. RDK Enterprises is here to provide the customer service and support of your precision plant equipment. Call 701-636-2119 for RDK Enterprises. It pays to plant with precision from RDK Enterprises in Hillsborough and Drayton. So our precision player of the game here today is going to... let's see. I'm going to give the precision player of the game to Ryan Strandy, who came in and pitched the final 3 innings of the game. And his ability to throw strikes, 56 total pitches in the final 3 innings of the game. 38 of them were strikes, 18 were balls. No runs in the game, struck out 3, only allowed 3 hits, and only walked 2 batters. So Ryan Strandy is going to be our RDK Enterprises precision player of the game. Final score again, 24-0. The Thompson Tommies over the Larimore Polar Bears. We'll take one more quick break and come back with our Enbridge Energy player of the game here on yourliveevent.com.
Do you want that new boat? Are you building onto your home? Maybe you want the new camper or ATV. Dakota Heritage Bank can help you. This is Dustin Nagel, president at Dakota Heritage Bank Hillsborough location. You can visit with me or our other loan officers to help with loans and lines of credit from Dakota Heritage Bank. We are serving you with locations in North Dakota and Northwest Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank offers financial services you expect with a local perspective. dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health.
Back inside the post-game report, we continue on with our segments as the Thompson Tommies beat the Larimore Polar Bears 24-0, the final, on the Chris Moe and Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard. Enbridge Energy player of the game here today had 5 RBIs at the dish. He was 2 for 5 with 4 runs scored. And, yes, as we said, 5 RBIs. As he had 2 singles on the day as well. So 2 for 5 was Connor Welsh, as he is going to be our Enbridge Energy player of the game. Actually started the game pitching as well. He pitched 2 complete innings, 24 pitches, 21 of them were strikes, struck out 4, allowed only 1 hit. Connor Welsh, you are our Enbridge Energy player of the game. Life Takes Energy. Visit them at enbridge.com. Some final stats as we're about to wrap up here from Mayville State University. As we start with the hitting numbers for the Thompson Tommies, our Enbridge Energy player of the game, Connor Walsh, was 2 for 5 with 5 RBIs and 4 runs scored. Thomas Schumacher was 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs and 3 runs scored. Tyler Cunningham was 2 for 4, 2 ribbies, 3 runs scored. Reese Burbrich was 2 for 3, knocked in 4 and scored twice. Kyle Odenbach was 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs. Ryan Strandy went 0 for 3, brought in 2. Braden Wolfgram was 0 for 4, scored twice and drove in 1. Drew Overby was 1 for 2 with 3 runs scored and an RBI. Brody Gibson was 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs and 3 runs scored. Sean O'Hearn was 1 for 1 with an RBI. Jordan Gustafson was 1 for 1. And Jonathan Muse went 1 for 1 today. Batting numbers for the Larimore Polar Bears. Jacob Warnke was 1 for 3. Avery Groton was 1 for 3. Doug Bauer 0 for 3. Russell McLean 1 for 2. Jace Collison went 1 for 1. Zane Ness was 0 for 2. Antonio Cuevu was 0 for 1. Bryson Felch was 0 for 1. And Bo Solsing was 0 for 2. And Baron Burns was 0 for 1. Pitching numbers for the Polar Bears. Russell McLean went 2 complete innings, 88 pitches, 40 of them for strikes, 48 for balls, 15 runs allowed, 12 of them were earned, struck out 3, and walked 4. Bryson Felch pitched an inning as well, threw 30 total pitches, 13 for strikes, 17 for balls, allowed 5 hits and walked 1 batter. And then Bo Solsing pitched 1 inning as he threw 26 pitches, 19 for strikes, 7 for balls, 3 runs allowed, all of them were earned, and struck out 1 and walked nobody. Pitching numbers for the Thompson Tommies. Connor Welsh, as we said, went 2 innings, 24 pitches, 21 strikes, 3 balls. Struck out 4, didn't walk anybody. Ryan Strandy pitched the final 3 innings as he threw 56 total pitches, 38 of those for strikes. Struck out 3 and walked 2 batters. So those are our final statistics here in our 4th and final game of the day. The Thompson Tommies beating the Larimore Polar Bears 24-0. Final line for the Tommies: 24 runs on 16 hits, 1 error, and 6 left on. For the Larimore Polar Bears, no runs on 4 hits, 7 errors, and 6 left on. Before we leave you today, we'll give you a little tournament recap and look ahead to some games that will be played tomorrow as well. So for today, Mayport CG defeated Maple River 10-0 in 5 innings in our first game of the day. And then Hatton Northwood lost to Larimore 5-4. And then as we moved on with our 3rd and 4th games, Hillsborough Central Valley and Mayport CG dueled it out in a pitcher's duel where the Patriots won 2-1. Patriots solidifying their spot in the next round. They'll take on the Thompson Tommies after the Tommies beat the Polar Bears here 24-0. And then on the other half of the bracket, Maple River will take on Larimore, so that's a 6 versus 5 seed. And Hatton Northwood will take on Hillsborough Central Valley, the number 2 versus the number 4 seed. And all 4 of those games will take place tomorrow afternoon. Actually, the winners of Maple River and Larimore and Hatton Northwood and Hillsborough Central Valley, that game will be played tomorrow as well. So, yes, we will have 4 games on yourliveevent.com tomorrow afternoon. Well, really all day, tomorrow morning and afternoon. Mayport CG and Thompson. And then it'll start with Maple River versus Larimore, and then Hatton Northwood and Hillsborough Central Valley. And then the winners of that game will play each other. And then it'll be Mayport CG versus the top-seeded Thompson Tommies. So a little bit of a tournament recap for you here from the Class B Region 2 baseball tournament here at Mayville State University. For the final time today, the final score on the Chris Moen Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard from game number 4. The Thompson Tommies defeated the Larimore Polar Bears 24-0. Speaking for Leaf Bakken, Dawson Peterson signing off and saying so long, and have a great rest of your Tuesday evening on yourliveevent.com.